Hello and welcome back to X4 Foundations for the Diplomacy Update and the Envoy DLC. As promised, we are going to start the Boron missions today. And in the meantime, I have upgraded our factories a little. This complex and Heretic's End has grown, and we are working towards hull part production. Unlike in previous versions, hull part production facilities no longer actually need hull parts in the first place to be built, which makes sense. They need a lot of the advanced composites and the plasma conductors, which are actually quite expensive to purchase. So I just nicked the blueprints and, well, built them. The same material then will also be required for the claytronics. So that will be something to look into after this, after we've got those. And as you can see, we are short, and I believe we are short of plasma no, of course not. We are short of hull parts, of all things. Yeah, just a handful. Okay, so that's something I need to fix, because currently nobody is coming here. Alright, so that we can fix. Then, what else did I do? I redid this thing. So it's no longer a defense platform. It is actually now also a manufacturing plant for the Terran intermediary products. And it is rocking, because it is in the middle of a sector that has got pretty much all of those resources. And what I need to do here is just give them a few more gas miners. 6,000 in the account. The main complex here has got more than it needs, so this earning a lot has already transferred automatically 9 or 10 millions into my cash account. It is still struggling with silicon and somewhat ore, and that with 10 large miners and 5 medium ones, so I need to add more. But there's work to be done. This is another defense platform that I do for cash. So it's a mission. And other than that, let's go through this gate.
Experimental shuttle.
I'll take this one from here. Oh. And here I'm also going to build a docking and more facilities section at the front. All right. This is unknown sector?
Wretched Skies.
Wretched Skies. Wretched Skies is a split sector. I opened it up recently in order to get access to more variety of ores and gases, and I failed. There's nothing here, but there is some in here, particularly ice is useful. No, back to map. But luckily, Morningstar 4 has got a bunch of the things that we need. The only thing is missing is gas. So hopefully, I don't quite remember, hopefully there will be some of it once we go into the Boron sectors.
Jump
It's
gate.
there.
Unknown sector.
Let's speed it up. They might actually have already gone through it. Not quite sure. When I was at this port earlier, it actually kind of gave me the speech for this mission. Can I just go through?
Minotaur, Vanguard.
Let's go.
Entering system. Watchful gaze.
If I remember correctly, there is an abandoned ship somewhere back there, which we may need to find. So, watchful gaze. Oh, we've got all the gases here, so that's wonderful. I gave this complex here 5 of the medium gas miners. Might actually be there. Nope. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Anything anywhere? No? Okay, let's carry on. Alright, no such luck yet. What we should do is uncover this area here, because then we can start building a defense platform in order to claim the sector for us. So, can just use a small plot. See, we can only place it in the uncovered area. Question is, how many rocks are there here? Not so many, and less here. Okay. So, you go there. Continue, and all we need here is... no, not the defense just yet. Docking bay. Docking bay. What did I want to do with this? Yeah. Going to give you a defense disc, because I believe there are carc in here every now and again. And we add you. And. Can we move you lot over there, because then we can put this guy. Not like this though. Is a short one enough? Thank you. Bit of a pain to place these things. Yes, okay. This sensor array actually increases the uncovered area significantly. So let's do that. Do we have a builder in the next sector, maybe? No, we don't. Anybody here? No. No such luck chest yet. We do have one here, so you may come and build for us. Alright. Let's scan again. Nothing there. May want to swing around here though. Could be a gate somewhere. Oh yes, there is over there. So the main fleet is well ahead of us, seemingly, because the mission somewhat triggers the moment you get close to the gate, which unfortunately happened already. But never mind. Okay, so they're waiting for us here.
Goodness! A Terran-made ship. Surely this indicates that our reports are correct. The once dormant gate has indeed resumed its function and brought our province into alignment with our erstwhile allies. You must realize what this means. All the resources of the Commonwealth are now within reach. At long last, a chance to end the shortages. Pick up the pace.
These are so nice, these ships. Alright, let's pick up the pace. The Boron Sturgeon.
Entering system. Barren shores.
Okay. What's the mission? Destroy laser towers. Yeah, we can do this.
I knew I could count on you.
See here the radius, and this is because of the sensor dish. Without the sensor dish, the radius is, well, tiny. It's this circle here that we see. Which is why I'm actually building one on here as well, with the landing platform. Okay. What else do we have?
As royal steward of the provinces adrift, I have something to ask of anyone willing to help our ailing community. Thanks to the newly opened trade routes, we have commenced rebuilding our shipyard. You are, of course, most welcome to aid us in our undertaking. Your efforts will, of course, be lucratively compensated.
So, there is a new mission which... Do we have it in here already? Yes, we do. They want hull parts and water. And they do pay quite well, as in the return value of the goods. Well, actually we can accept this just to have it. And
this is an historic expedition. Without compare in a lifetime, I am overjoyed to see you here. We were rather hoping to be enjoying a reunion with Kingdom End after gate reactivation. The most recent Boron missive indicates that this has been the overwhelming focus of their civilization's scientific resources. So you will forgive us, perhaps, for being seduced by the possibility. Telemetry it is itself isolated, or connects further to any number of other systems.
Right, so what he was saying is that yes, these are Boron sectors, but are these sectors that are connected to the entire Boron queendom, or are they separated as well from them? Okay, so Kingdom N, which gate? Through this gate? How would I go through this? Oh no, I have to go back. He was lurking by the gate. Okay, no worries at all. That's a Boron farm. Alright. No worries at all. Let's head back.
Autopilot engaged.
And you see ships are already flocking into this sector. What does this have to offer? That's just ore and silicon, but quite a bit as well. Which is good because here we only have got ore. No silicon.
Entering system. Watchful gaze. Autopilot disengage.
Preliminary scans indicate that this system is uninhabited. No sign of boron or any other kind of life, biological or artificial.
This cannot be true. Are you certain that the sensors are not malfunctioning? It has been so long. I really thought this might be the day I finally reconnect with my kin of the Fin.
Take heart, Boron Exile. You may yet be a step closer to your reunion. Explorer, we need some detailed system mapping. The task is in your hands. There is much to learn here. Preliminary data has identified some points of potential interest. We are having trouble locking on to exact locations at this range. See if you can pinpoint them for us.
All right. Apparently not yet. Well, let's go up in this direction. A little bit out here because I haven't been there yet. As it turns out, they haven't gone ahead without me. They're waiting by the gates. Nothing here. Somewhere. Oh, here.
Roper
Abandoned ship.
mineral.
That's the one. It is located there. Ah, interesting.
And what is this? The ship seems to be in a salvageable condition. My guess is that it was likely abandoned not too long ago.
This is clearly a mining ship, but that's strange. As far as I can detect, there's really very little here to mine. All I can imagine is that the vessel came under an attack of some kind.
Hish tush! That is self-evidently incorrect. There is absolutely no sign of exterior damage. Yet that makes the mystery still more seductive.
Experimental shuttle.
Now I'm going out there to claim it manually because
Roper
I
mineral.
want to repair it while we're at it. And there was a signal at the back. Yeah.
Let me excavate the vessel's systems. Oh my goodness. These poor people are in desperate straits. They are veritably gnawing on the bones of this system for resources. According to the ship's logs, this vessel was cannibalized for parts to save the prospecting flotilla. Evidently, this system has long since been picked over, but they were gambling on some resources having been missed.
The Alliance has little use for a miner. Explore. Keep the ship. Do with it what you wish. Do not neglect to crew the vessel appropriately if you wish to make optimal use of it.
Boss. So let's quickly fix the hull. But what I can do in the meantime is my Envy is just idling, doing absolutely nothing. Alright, so we've got 2 places we need to go to. And in the meantime, can you explore the system, please? What I was going to investigate and then show you was also how diplomacy works and how to attract diplomats to our embassy, I suppose. And it is done through the representative of the various factions. I've done it with 2, I think the Argon and the Teladi, one of the Teladi factions. Actually 3, because I got one of the parent factions as well. And I'll show you how to do it when we get to the Boron. Almost done. But this ship doesn't have a shield. Okay. Now, we are currently here. And I put some fresh people on the Odachi. And please work somewhere else for me at the grouper. Now, the grouper rename miner S. And for mineral. Okay. Good. So we can get back into
Experimental shuttle.
our bollocks.
Docking
fast ship.
granted.
And now we can tell the grouper to actually there is none in here, but we need some Nevidium. And this is new too, rescue people in range. Nice. Okay, no, we need to outfit you first. You need a shield, so go here. Upgrade. I hope we've got an engine fitted. 67, it's awfully slow, so maybe not. Yeah, no engine. Tough, no shield. Okay. Some of these can only be seemingly still obtained from the Boron. Which means you need to go into the sector with us. So go here and dock there for starters.
Experimental shuttle.
And we are headed, remove all of those. We are headed down here, please. Our dematers, are they busy? They are not all of them. Heretics and okay, who needs what? Plan the build. You don't need field coils. Don't need shield. It shows these items because I joined a clearing sale of a building facility and got stuff really cheap, and I just quickly dropped it here before moving it to the headquarters. Okay, so you have got everything you need right now, I believe. No, you don't. The luxury dock is missing what? Oh, the hull parts. Okay, so they are being delivered. Fine, but that means you don't need
awaiting orders.
Any of the stuff that we've got in the other factory. Okay, close. And you, plan build, you need plasma conductors. Yeah, that's what the other ship can do. Which is this one here. Trade, get plasma conductors, and don't know how many of these we still need. Build storage. Okay, 64 of those. And plenty of hull parts, okay. Wait for this, 64. Bollocks. Pipe bit, it's faster. Alright. And these into the build storage. Wonderful. Now I need you to get more hull parts. Brought so many. Okay, they're cheap. And you need all of them. You need 700, yeah. I won't get the last ones because by that time we should be manufacturing our own. That's fine. Then you can dock and wait. You on the other hand, so we've got the other here. What do you still need? You need 150. Okay, 150 substrate, 4 hull parts. Right. 158. So let's make that 150. And do we have any hull parts maybe here in the building? We do not. Bummer. Never mind. Get some. 4. That should allow us to finish this. And we'll be another 18, 19 million richer. So after that, go here. Some energy cells and bring them back here. Not very coordinated, am I? Alright, good. That's that.
Experimental shuttle.
Let me take over.
Hold on. I think I am picking up. Oh no, never mind that. Nothing of interest here. This system's peculiar conditions make getting accurate readings rather troublesome.
Okay, next.
Newmont Kite, sir. Our team confirms that the Heretic's End Gate does indeed contain the coordinates to the Kingdom End system. The timing cannot be coincidental, can it? Just after we received word from the Boron? Is it possible that their experiments were somehow related to the gate reinitialization?
Coordinates and timing are relevant, but not conclusive. The fact of the matter is that this is definitely not Kingdom End. Interstellar messenger drones are not the fastest form of communication. We do not know what has occurred on the Boron side since their last message. Theoretically, a connection between the two gates is possible, but that is just a theory. It could well be that the systems were linked in the distant past.
Yes. Unfortunately, a theoretical compatibility does not mean much in itself. If activating or reprogramming these gates were easy, I am certain I would have overcome the challenges long ago.
The split didn't exactly give you a choice over your research focus. Could this be the Boron? Could they really have unlocked jump gate technology?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. At this point, any further hypothesis would be mere speculation. Until we have more evidence, keep your ideas off general comms. If you must elaborate your theories, feel free to put them in writing.
Oh my! Could that be?
By the Trinity, a Boron vessel.
Big
My
one too.
instinct says we should take a closer look. Assistant, I think you should suit up and investigate. Your ship's sensors are picking up a weak energy signature amongst the debris.
Believe it's somewhere there at the front.
Ma'am?
Howdy.
Experimental shuttle.
Repair the panel.
See if you can repair the panel to gain access.
Ah, great. No, we made it to the wrong end of the ship. Alright. Ah, doesn't matter. We can teleport back, so we need to do this journey only one way. Somewhere there. Bonk. There we go. And what have we got?
Running decryption and reconstruction algorithm. The data is woefully incomplete, but it appears that this was an outpost of some manner. There are signs of an attack from several directions. It seems that the operators would have had little, if any, time to react. How frustratingly peculiar. I am forwarding all of this to our esteemed expedition commander. Perhaps he can garner more clues. I have my doubts, though.
Okay. And let's teleport back to our shuttle. Where do we need to go? Certainly not here. Move this order. Okay, let me go.
Explorer, you have an unidentified ship on an intercept trajectory. This is our first contact in the newly open network. We have no idea of who they are, or their intentions. Investigate, and if possible make contact, but maintain vigilance.
Oh my! Aliens! Please, do not be afraid. I shall disengage my armament. make your acquaintance.
Incredible! Finally, contact with our aquatic allies. Bosota, are you receiving this?
One moment, please. I am just finishing up some calculations. What did you say? A boron? Truly? A living, buoyant boron? Are my ocular sensor organs deceiving me? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bosota, and I can barely recall another boron face. I have been riven from my people for that long. Will you please deign to share your time with me?
I am Mila T, adventurer extraordinaire. I would be delighted to spend time with you.
As appointed delegate of the Alliance of the Word, please allow me to extend my greetings to you and your people. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Mila T.
I do not have any official capacity as such, but it is marvelous to be seeing actual people from beyond the disconnected gates. How did you get here? Has a gate reopened? Are we connected once more? Oh, I knew it would have to happen eventually. What joyous news!
Momentous news indeed. Although we are less than clear on how this has occurred. There was speculation that the Boron triggered the gate reinitialization. Messages from your scientists indicated that they were working on such a task. Please, can you direct us towards Kingdom End?
You were in contact with Kingdom End? That is marvelous news. It has been decades since we were cut off. We have heard nothing in all that time. The severing of the connection with Nishala has been indescribably distressing for all of us.
My system is in profound turmoil. To meet a fellow Boron after all these years is an incandescent joy. But to find that you, too, are cut off from the homeworld is a misery.
More than you know, Bosota. We have all mourned this loss.
But without access to Kingdom End, your Queen and Parliament, how do you govern yourselves?
After the severance, there was a period of chaos, until a royal steward was appointed. I have had dealings with him. It would be my pleasure to make an introduction.
We must make haste. There is much to be discussed with your leadership.
Follow me, you cavalcade of curious creatures.
A Boron society
Cavalcade.
not headed by a queen? This is somewhat hard to fathom.
Right.
Indeed, Bosota.
Equality.
From your own experience, you understand the pain of separation. I doubt other species appreciate the biological depth of our harmonious societal interconnection. It was worse than it is now. It used to be that all our systems were isolated. Severed, not just from Kingdom End, the Queen, and Homeworld Nishala, but also from each other. Fortunately, several of our systems reconnected to each other eventually, but none received word from home. Reorganization became a necessity. The provinces adrift, as we call ourselves, were only ever intended to be temporary, but under the Royal Steward, it has grown into a comprehensive governing body. But some of us have never given up on Kingdom End. Your communication with the homeworld is momentous in the extreme. Not a soul in these systems has found evidence of where the Kingdom End even still exists.
There you have it.
Autopilot entering system. Barren Shores. Piranha. Autopilot engaged.
Meanwhile, we put a base in there. So, and we had one idling here. Get material. Okay, don't need all of those. 310. Actually, I will leave all of them here because At the moment we place weapons on this, we will need more.
Autopilot disengaged.
Grab these. We need some energy cells. We get from here. And that should get you started. Okay. Dock and wait. Alright.
Let's see. You bring us guests, outsiders, with a fleet no less. What have you been up to?
More than that, Royal Steward, I bring momentous news. The fleet, this Paranid-led fleet, it came from the dormant gate in watchful gaze. They have communicated with Kingdom End. They have no Kingdom End gate, but they have communication. We are connected to the network once more.
My word, if...
The delegation seeks an audience. May I?
Yes, of course. There is so much to discuss, so much to consider.
Royal Steward, would it be in order for me to accompany the delegation?
I'm sure you have other things to do. Diplomacy is not the same thrill as exploration.
Please, Royal Steward, with your permission.
Of course, Neelity. By all means, accompany the delegation.
Explorer, you have displayed some usefulness thus far. I'm tasking you with joining us in meeting the Royal Steward. I may have need of your insights.
You have clearly made an impression on the
That'll be done.
expedition commander. I sense you are becoming more central to his plans. Join the delegation. Watch this Royal Steward. I have some experiments to attend to, though I shall keep an eye on you.
They look cool, don't they? Boron ships. Very nice. All right, let's get on board.
Docking not possible. Guppy.
True.
Docking granted.
Maybe now. Yes, docking on Boron ships is different. You got a platform out here that then pulls you in.
A Boron capital ship. In all my days. A perfect equilibrium of function and ergonomics. And with such flair. My current abode is penurious in comparison.
Pretty wicked.
My ropalium near explodes with the joy of welcoming esteemed visitors. This historic occasion is the first of its kind. I am Leda V, Royal Steward of the Provinces Adrift. On behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, and as her loyal servant, it is my profound pleasure to welcome an emissary of the Paranid Empire. And once business is out of the way, I insist you join me on a more informal tour.
Esteemed Royal Steward Leda Wee, thank you for your most gracious welcome. You must forgive me. I, Numunkaret, am no Empire emissary. I represent the Alliance of the Word, a diplomatic forum and scientific organization funded by various races across the network.
My. But do you have letters patent from the Empire? The provinces adrift are in dire straits. We must negotiate terms of assistance.
I am compelled to reiterate, I do not speak for the Paranid authorities. Though we do bring news which may bring joy. We have been in communication with Kingdom End. Limited fragile communication, but communication nevertheless. Some months ago we received word from your homeworld. It was heartening to discover that the Boron core has survived the shutdown and learn of their most ambitious endeavor. Their entire scientific resources are focused on understanding and manipulating jump gate technology. We humbly request your permission to investigate the dormant jump gates in your territory and to set up a scientific outpost in the region, should that be required.
There are so many implications to consider. This really is momentous. I am afraid I must decline your request. For now, we cannot be precipitous.
By the glistening waters of Nishala!
I fail to understand. We ask for no more than your permission. We certainly have no wish to be a drain on your resources.
Leader Wee, they are trying to connect us with Kingdom End. They have communications.
Neela T, this obsession with finding home is entirely yours. You may have the luxury of gallivanting around the galaxy in search of miracles, but I have responsibilities. I have the welfare of billions of souls to consider. Our guests have already made clear that the outside network, with all its resources, has been unable to connect with our homeworld. The priority at this juncture is the welfare of our people, and I shall not be distracted from that.
Honored host, we will of course expedite communications with the governments of the network. I am sure emissaries are preparing as we speak. Yet, if we could simply...
Enough, please. I understand your request, but I do not think you understand what is at stake. Please have patience, but for now, the matter is settled.
Outrageous! The Boron Queen's government itself is racing to reconnect, and you decline to facilitate? What kind of royal steward are you?
Please?
There is nothing to be gained from trading insults.
This is absurd. Our work is of the utmost importance. Your obduracy is beyond me. I shall take my leave. Heading to the dock, awaiting pickup.
Boom.
That certainly could have gone better, but all may not be lost.
Indeed. The leader we here is concerned for the people. Whereas, of course, we are concerned for science. For the crew quarters first.
The steward and I have had our differences in the
Well.
past, but I had no idea he would be so stubborn. I am so very sorry you had to witness that embarrassingly discordant display. Leader Wee and I disagree on much, but he is not a bad person. You know, he is just... scared. I think he is scared of falling short. He carries the weight of the expectations of the entire provinces. He wants to keep everyone safe, and I think he fears that your expedition will exacerbate an already dangerous situation.
But actually, since... No, that'll be fine.
Yes, fraught with danger. The provinces lie uncomfortably close to Kark territory. When Sanctuary of Darkness first connected to the provinces, it triggered regular attacks. We barely managed to protect ourselves with the meager military that we could cobble together. Thankfully, the waves have calmed for now. The Kark incursions eventually ceased. All attempts to communicate with these enigmatic creatures have failed, so I would hesitate to call it a ceasefire. It is more of a lull in hostilities. As you can imagine, the situation remains rather fragile. Oh! You took note of that, did you? Time after time I approach Leader Wee for the resources to find our way back home, but he has come to the conclusion that efforts spent on this endeavor come at an immediate cost to our people. I would hate for you to get the impression that I do not care for my fellow Boron here. Out on the fringes, I am truly seeking to make a difference for the people. Serving the Queen's subjects is a duty for me. You see, I do not like to draw too much attention to it, but I myself am the progeny of stranded minor royals. Before you bow or anything like that, I am not part of the direct line of succession, and that is not how our monarchy works in any case. Yet, it drives me to find a path back home, for the people to once again delight in a reunited, merry realm.
Okay, so we did 6 before. Maybe there's something more?
Yes, fraught with danger.
Okay,
The
no, there
provinces
isn't.
lie uncomfortably close to Kark territory. When Sanctuary of Darkness first connected to the provinces, it triggered regular attacks. We barely managed to protect ourselves with the meager military that we could cobble together. Thankfully, the waves have calmed for now. The Kark incursions eventually ceased. All attempts to communicate with these enigmatic creatures have failed, so I would hesitate to call it a ceasefire. It is more of a lull in hostilities. As you can imagine, the situation remains rather fragile.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you.
Pleasant travels.
Not before we autosave the game. Alright, now let's go to our parent friend. Yeah.
Who does this fool think he is? Does he not understand the gravity of our mission? Withholding his consent? We shall continue without it if necessary.
I mean, they lead both to the same result, but I think he's not so happy with this one.
You may have a point. Perhaps his simple mind cannot grasp all the variables at play. I wonder if we can help him to see the bigger picture. Yes, you are right. That much is obvious. I cannot help but wonder if there's more to the issue than that. Perhaps he is overly attached to his role as Prime Administrator of the provinces. A reunion with King Demend would inevitably result in him having to relinquish power and standing.
He certainly fears the car.
Ah, I understand. He is worried that our presence will stir up an infestation of the Chitterers. The Alliance of the Word is certainly prepared to provide assurances that our investigation will not leave him exposed to Ka'ak attacks.
Okay. Let's go back and talk to Leda. Bridge.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction. From time to time, I spend the waking nights pondering the very same question. It would be misleading to cast blame for all our miseries on the Great Shutdown. In fact, when we were first riven from the wider network, the vast majority of our Boron systems remained connected between themselves. Isolated from external threats, we commenced a new age of reflection and scientific endeavor. And while this period of peace brought the wealth of Kingdom End to fabulous new heights, we were not complacent. Resources were stockpiled throughout the Queendom, a precautionary measure. Oh, we thought we were prepared, yet in truth we were far from it. We Boron are inherently connected to each other, you see. We thrive on a collective sort of innate affinity. Once that connection was severed, each system found itself in complete isolation. Things fell apart quite quickly, I'm afraid to say. Productivity collapsed catastrophically. Stockpiles were depleted far more rapidly than anticipated, and there was no way to replenish them. After years of disarray, Great Reef finally reconnected with barren shores. Later, it was joined by several other systems. The provinces adrift were founded, but by then the damage was done. We still lacked crucial resources. I contend that it was the collective psychological toll of the severance that caused this, more so than the evident logistical challenges posed by the shutdown.
Okay. Perhaps there is a positive solution. So this is not going to work because the Boron, they're more on the pacifist side. So if we avoid provocation, then that
Your
might...
commendable commitment to peace is as welcome as it is unexpected. The Alliance of the Word is to be lauded for its respect for our peaceful ways.
Okay. Oh. Personal as well.
I am fully aware of Neela T's royal connections. Is it your opinion of me that I am some petty functionary who can be bought and sold, bribed, by the highest bidder? You misjudge me, and you misjudge Neela T. For all our disagreements, I cannot conceive that she would be party to such a grubby approach. Of course I desire the return of the provinces adrift to the warm embrace of the homeworld. But what kind of servant would I be if I did so at the expense of the welfare of those under my charge? This is all terribly challenging. My instinct is that your expedition is honest in its intent. However, I find your judgment questionable. Well, I feel that I must allow you to proceed in your mission. However, I ask of you, do not make me regret this. With the gate in Watchful Gaze reactivated, to our knowledge only 3 more dormant gates remain in province space. One is located in Ocean of Fantasy, another in Barren Shores. The final one was discovered by scouts in Sanctuary of Darkness. If Sanctuary of Darkness sounds foreboding, you may find that the name is fitting. It is host to a significant Ka'ak infestation. Even uttering the name makes my fins tingle. Yet I must remain firm on the matter. Do not, under any circumstances, engage with the Ka'ak. Every interaction with them results in horrific conflict.
You have our word, Leader Wee. We shall do everything in our power to avoid undue provocation.
Thank you. And may I bestow upon you a gift? We have prepared for you a fighter ship. A humble gift, but hopefully it will be of use to you in the times ahead.
Explorer, you have done well to secure access for us to continue our mission. Please, claim the scout ship as your own. Serve you well.
Thank you. So, let's have a look at that ship. There it is. Boron Marco.
Mako.
Got an elevator as well, yes. Alright, so we of course
Need to investigate the dormant gates to formulate the next step of our expedition.
I am already familiar with the gate in Ocean of Fantasy. If you supply me with the necessary equipment and provide me with a few pointers as to what exactly I am to do, it would be my deepest pleasure to assist.
Excellent. The Alliance shall investigate Barren Shores. That only leaves the matter of the final gate, the location of which is somewhat more precarious. Explorer, you have excelled thus far. Put that new fighter of yours to good use, and find Sanctuary of Darkness. It seems that you are best suited to this task.
I may be this ship.
All the times
No.
I dreamt of being reunited with my fellow Boron. It never crossed my mind that they might be in such impoverished circumstances. I know that the Alliance has received communications from Kingdom End, but those were dispatched decades ago. Hopefully, they have fared better than the Boron here. I am curious about the contents of their message. Just how much of their preliminary findings have they shared with their Alliance counterparts? Once we have gained access to both gates' data, maybe the Alliance really intends to conduct experiments from our side too. Trying to manipulate gates would be an incredibly involved undertaking. Yet Yet it seems as though Numankaret is single-minded about the whole endeavor. Can you imagine the possibilities that would be open to us if we could manipulate these gates at will?
Eerie. Alright, so what we want to do is get a pilot for the ship. And we've got more in here. Susan. And you want to be in here. Be captain. Meanwhile, I want to be in this ship over there. Can I? Well, actually, I can just run over there. Is it just me who can't see the shuttle, or? Right, go there.
Experimental shuttle.
We will send the Marco to explore this sector here. This is an XS ship. Yeah, that'll be fine.
I
All right.
arrived at my designated inactive gate. I shall commence taking readings immediately.
So, and this will be the end of this episode and the first installment of the Boron missions. And we will reconvene for the second one, where we need to go somewhere here, I believe it was. The other gate. Yes, I believe it's somewhere up here. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing all of you again for our next installment. Take care. Bye bye.